Good evening and welcome! Another J-Turn stream is here, and we've just rolled over to the qualifying session for what should be a pretty awesome combination. A beast of a combination, some might say. It's the Ultima GTR, which I believe is a V8 with ridiculous amounts of horsepower. You really don't want to try and get that thing going in first gear, because those tyres will light up in first, second, and occasionally third if they're cold. So yes, you've got to be very careful with the right foot. And we're at Spa for 45 minutes of action. We've got about 10 people on the grid, I think, at the moment, so hopefully pick up a few more in qualifying, and we should have a really nice race. Now, fuel usage on this race has been set to 2 times double the normal amount of fuel will be going through that engine, or the engine will be using at least. So that means everybody will be forced to pit. You cannot make it by any stretch of the imagination through to the end of the race without taking fuel. Whether they take tyres or not is completely up to them. The tyres will last, but with such a hugely powerful car, worn tyres is not probably a good idea. Okay, let's get out on track for qualifying. A minute's almost gone already, and see how we get on. Okay, I think I may have upset the mic levels a little bit. Not sure what I had it on before. We'll go with that. So if the engine is too loud and you can't hear me over the top of the engine once we get out on track, of course, then please do let me know. That will be my fault. Let's turn the game audio on and let's get out on track. So yes, David, AMS Unofficial. If you can't hear me over the engine, then don't hesitate to tell me, sir. Now let's just save that setup because I was quite happy with that, and then take a load of fuel out. It's about 9 litres a lap, 8.9 litres a lap. So let's see, that's going to be 18 litres for 2 laps, 27 for 3. Ooh, a 9-time table. Yeah, 36 for 4. So go for 40. That should give me a reasonable number of flight laps. It's a long lap here, as I'm sure you all know from driving Spa yourselves. It's a pretty awesome circuit. But yeah, a lap is going to take about 2 minutes and 18 seconds if we're really good on a qualifying lap. I think we'll be turning about 290s, 220s in the race. Now this is such a beast of a car, as I say, you don't want first gear very often at all. It is really quite difficult to keep this thing glued to the track. And we're getting blue flag, but we're quite a way back, so we'll just persist for the moment. Oh, we did really well in the practice session. We were fastest overall, which is nice. Rob Thompson was just behind us. Cold wake, so we're going to brake a little bit earlier than normal. Eau Rouge is pretty darn scary in this thing. As you come over the crest, you've got to be so careful with the throttle, because it wants to kill you. The car gets light as it climbs out. Oh, whoa! Of Eau Rouge. Oh, let's not get any damage, Jim. That was a downshift without blipping, locking the rear axle. And that's what caused that. Just keep going though, no damage done. Maybe slight flats on the old tyres. Can't feel it though through the wheel. AMS Automobilista does have flat spot simulating, so you will get vibration in the steering wheel, and that vibration does ease off as you get the tyres round again by driving on them, by wearing them out basically. Most noticeable when you've got flats on the front, of course. Okay, we're going to climb up towards the final chicane and the start-finish straight. So yeah, hopefully the audio balances okay. You can hear me over the engine without too much trouble. Please do let me know if you're struggling to hear. So usual thing, we'll give you a bit of commentary as we go around our first flying lap. Hopefully we'll get it tucked in nice. Not first, because this thing's got so much grunt, you just don't need it. It will just pull it in any gear, pretty much. Down the hill. We're going to hit 6th gear, then back to 5th. And just gentle on the throttle. As we go through. Oh, car getting a little bit lively on the back, but we survived. We're doing about 170 miles an hour at brake for the next sequence. Down to 3rd gear, didn't get it tucked in there, missed the apex. We'll have this one though. Once we get it tucked in, we can feed in that power and get it out of the corner. Try not to run too wide. Now down to 3rd gear again, just because it's so much power. You could do this in 2nd, but it's got so much power. 3rd gear, it just pulls out, means we don't have to shift between corners, just stay in 3rd. For the left, which we missed the apex completely on. On that one, you've got to turn earlier than you think to make the apex due to the camber of the track. Down to 4th gear. A little blip. Oh, don't run wide or we'll get a track limit violation. We managed to avoid it by backing off the throttle. The track limit violation detection system does factor in things like, did you stay on throttle when you went wide, or did you lift, did you slow down, what did you do? In the race, because it's a long race here on AMS Unofficial, 45 minutes tonight, you are allowed 6 violations before you will get a drive-through penalty. That's in the race, of course. Now we've got 8 minutes just over on the clock. This is not a great lap, but it's okay. Little lift here to get it around the corner without running too wide, or we'll get a violation and that will invalidate the lap time. Once more, we're just down to 2nd gear. Temptation to leave the braking really late there, but if you get it wrong, it will cost you half a second or so if you leave it too late. We've got a lap time on the board, that'll do. 2nd place. Ooh, we've locked up. Just about controlled it. Has it cost us too badly? Half a second behind Rob Thompson. Aaron Schmidt's just snuck ahead of us. That was quicker. Bar is green. Well, FPS drops in the last chicane. Okay, thank you, AMS Unofficial. Not a lot we can do about it at the moment. I'd have to stop the stream and restart it probably, so I'll just put up with it I think at the moment, as long as the quality is not terrible. Much better look, 4 tenths up now, 3 tenths picked up on that one corner. Wiggling its tail over the painted rumble strips. It's going to be close for the lead. We get pole. Oh, not quite. Got enough fuel for one more lap, and 3/10 quicker on that one corner. Look, if you remember, we had a big twitch on the last lap and slid the back of the car. Fast in means we slow out. That 3/10 that we had, we've lost already. Whoa! We held it, and I didn't expect to do so. Back end going again as we push harder and harder. Tyres getting hotter and hotter. I'm going to go into the pits and come out again. Do one more flying lap. Right, got enough time for one more flyer. Can't do another one without fuel because we're going to run out. So we could do a practice pit entry. There we go. Right, let's go out again. Take a bit more fuel out. 30 litres should be enough. Gotta be quick, we've not got much time, 3 minutes. 2 minutes 18 a lap. We'll go over the line with about 20 seconds to spare for one more flyer.
Clear.
We should get round. As long as that clock's not hit 0 before we get over the line, we can do one more lap. See if we can get that pole position off Rob Thompson. Definitely got room for improvement. My fastest lap was 3/10 slower on the first corner. Just stitching it all together into one good lap that is a difficult bit. Fairly small grid tonight, just 7 people. It's a shame. This combination is a very nice one indeed. Nice little sequence there. I hope I can do that on my flying lap. That was all tidy and smooth. And that was very fast as well. If I can do that on my flying lap, I'll be alright. Here we go. 20 seconds on the clock. One last chance. We just had to brave it and hope that he wasn't anywhere in the way when I saw that yellow flag. Not great. Wow, and Schmidt's taken pole with a really nice time. On the marbles here, having to lift to keep it on track. That's ruined that sequence. This is not going to be a great lap. Need to nail that chicane. Oh, sliding into it. Oh, it's good. Snuck second place and on the front row. Snuck that second place off Rob Thompson, and we made that all by climbing up the hill and nailing that last chicane. Wow. Whew. Hardcore. Whew. Right, let's get that fuel back in for the race. There's our setup. 180. Warm-up session. I'll pass him at the start, Mr. Schmidt. Oh, I don't think so. Aaron's pretty darn good, but I am pretty good at the starts. Talking of starts, we better go and actually do a start or two, because this is a beast of a car to get moving. 50 mile an hour, pit speed limit. We'll do a couple of practice starts and head round to the pit and do a practice stop with the old 50 miles an hour, aiming for the start of the
pit exit looks good. Watch out, yellow flag. The caution flag is
here we go. Nice, that was a good one.
Watch out, yellow flag.
And we make it to Eau Rouge. One more quick start down here.
Caution.
Not too bad, so yeah, we'll do it in first gear. We won't try to start in second, we'll stick with first.
Your brake temperatures are right on. Okay, your slant temps are looking good.
And we'll look to feather that throttle, just keep the car from wiggling around as the back tyres light up. I'm not sure if I'm going to take tyres when I pit. We'll have a look at the tyre wear when that happens, basically. The tyres are the slow thing, so if we can avoid taking tyres, that will save us quite a bit of time. Just going to have time to practice the pit entry. Only just time, and I want to nip to the loo as well, just quickly. After our last 45 minutes, after peeing a bottle. Pretty much flat out in second and on the brakes, and we're in the pits. Right guys, give me a second, nip to the loo, then we'll be racing. Yoicks, that's a bit close, just 28 seconds left on the clock. Okay. We don't seem to be dropping too many more frames. About 1% of frames are dropping at the moment on average, so yes, it should be okay. Right, got the fuel. Yes, we have. Out on track we go. Ooh, inside line, that's nice. I'm going to do no tyres for the moment. Pre-configure that up. Well, David was right. We got him at the end of the turn one. He's got the slipstream, but we'll accept that, I think. Oh, a bit fast. Oh, curbs. Oh,
Caution flag is out.
Erwin spun behind, I think. Or was it Erwin? Not sure. I don't know who it was. I think it was Erwin. So, round one lap, bit of a gap between me and Mr. Farris behind. Bob Thompson is behind him. Now in the lead according to Crew Chief. I think we were already, but thank you very much, Crew Chief. The honest is Faros, 1.4 behind and closing. Five minutes gone, or 6 minutes gone on the race, give or take. Everything going okay so far. Nice exit. The greatest of corners. Rouge still scaring me every single time we go through it. Stuck out on the marbles. So that was a slow little sequence there. Holding the on-assist at about 2 seconds, just under. Minutes into the race. Despite seeing very few other cars, they didn't really aren't both up here. Just 4 seconds covering the first 3 drivers. Managing to stay off the marbles this time in this corner. Two 2.5% a lap is the wear rate we are getting on the left rear. A little bit wide. Hey, I offered a free facial. Don't you want a free facial, David? Don't ask me to give you a facial, though, that would be inappropriate. Okay, so the worst tyre is 87% worn, so I'm guessing it's going to be about, sorry, 87% fresh, should I say, 13% worn. We've got 3 minutes till we're a third of the way through the race. So let's say about 16% per third. So tyres will be fairly fresh by the end of the race if we don't change them. I think we'll stick with that plan, I think. Of course, if we spin off later in the race due to lack of grip, I'll blame the pit strategy. "31 minutes left to go as we start lap 7. We picked up nearly a second on Mr. Farros behind, so to be honest, this hopefully had some sort of problem or mistake. I think it was in the chicane. Whoop, little wiggly. That's bringing him close to Rob Thompson. Well, David says free facial sounds good, but I prefer it when I message him. Free facial, sir. We love you a long time. I might have to put an age rating on this this stream if we're not careful. I'll be honest, it's made a good half second back on me there through that sector 2, sector 1. Nearly ran wide. We're over a third through the race. Rear left is on 82%. We're up to 18% wear, which is about right given that we're over a third. And I guesstimated 16% per third of the race. So yeah, no tyres for me when we do pit. We won't be that far away. Whoa! Little wiggle. Oh, Rob Thompson is now just 6/10 behind Dionysus, means he'll be getting the slipstream. pressure that Rob is putting Dionysus under is making him pick up pace. Either that or I'm losing pace because that gap between me and second place Dionysus is definitely closing. Rob is going to have that slipstream, I'm pretty sure, as he climbs the hill behind Dionysus. Well, that was rightful. We kept the throttle nailed. Well, not nailed, but we kept on the throttle too much and we ran wide. So we got a track limit warning. We've outbroke ourselves, missed our braking point. It's cost us 3 or 4 tenths. A parental advisory indeed, David. Bouncing over the curbs. How's our fuel doing? 3 laps in the tank. So Starry letting me through nicely. Thank you very much, sir. Wide. Not quite halfway, but we're approaching it. Rob Thompson's not in 3rd place anymore. I don't know where he's gone. Something must have happened to him at some point. He was right behind Dionysus, or very close. Now back and forth, battling a little bit with Aaron Schmidt, I think. Oh, Dionysus has spun. Oh, he's in the pits, I think. So he was 2 seconds back. Does he take tyres or not? That's the question. 26 seconds back, so it's a 30-second stop now. I think he's taking tyres. Yeah, Dionysus has taken tyres, it's 35 seconds back now. Tyres and fuel is about 35 seconds. That'll be my best guess unless he had damage and that got repaired. Do we stay out another lap or not? 1.6 laps of fuel in the tank. Stay out and see what Rob does. Have to pit next time though. Just over 1 lap of fuel in the tank. Don't think Rob's pitted either. No, he hasn't.
Okay, we'll be ready for you.
It's 20 minutes on the clock.
Come in this lap. Hit this lap.
Will do, crew chief. Bit wide, or a bit deep. Pits, don't forget. We won't get round another lap if we don't. 0.7 of a lap's worth of fuel in the tank right now. Mike's left the game. Maybe he ran out of fuel. I am gonna pit, don't you worry. Limit is 50 and we're down. Stop! Oof, thought it was gonna overrun then. Just fuel. Just fuel. Rob will have seen that quick stop. Has he planned the same or not? We won't have time to change.
Pit exit looks good.
Old tyres, full tank. $18 minutes on the clock. Oh, Rob's taking tyres. It's a battle royale. Well, I've had the luck so far, but everybody else took tyres and I didn't. So the question is, can we hold on to it for another 20 minutes? The last day, I'm sure, we'll be closing the gap. And we're just trying to make sure we lose as little time as possible. I can already tell these tyres are struggling. And they'll all be driving around with high levels of grip and enjoying that feeling. This could be the wrong decision after all. Everybody else has taken tyres. 16.5 minutes now. Whoa! Scary. Very scary. I thought that was the end of my race there. At that speed, that would have been a disaster. Really do feel like I'm just coaxing this car around the track now. Whoa! Extra shift that I didn't need. Come on, there we go. Popped into second gear by mistake. That's cost us 7 or 8 seconds. Come on, Jim. We're going to be losing time to de-honest it as it is without you spinning it round. I think my sequential mod, which is a load of elastic bands on my G27 shifter, I can't look, but I think one of them snapped and it's feeling a bit weird, which has distracted me for a moment and caused me to shift an extra shift when we were just coming into that sequence of corners earlier where we span. Just ignore it, Jim, and drive the car. 15 minutes left to go. So we spun because we did the extra shift, which in itself wasn't too bad, but I didn't blip when I did the shift, and that locked the rear axle, and that caused the spin. Car doesn't want to slow down, it doesn't want to turn, it doesn't want to get the power onto the road either. Much too deep. Give or take 13 minutes on the clock. Exercise and damage limitation at the moment. Definitely losing over a second a lap. I think we'll be alright as long as we don't spin, but I probably just cursed myself by saying that. I literally have sweat running down the back of my neck at the moment. As we fight this car around Spa, another 12 minutes still to go. So they're going to catch me in 3 laps, so that's because it's factoring in the amount of time we lost in the spin. Assuming that is an average lap. Whoa! Well, it might be if we spin again. Yeah, one of the elastic bands has definitely snapped on the shifter, that's why it's feeling all funny. Back trying to command me on that corner as well. Got to try and drive the car within its grip limits. That's quicker than trying to overdrive it. Ten minutes left. Once again, they're back trying to come round to me as we turned in. This is going to be close. Having to tiptoe through Eau Rouge at the moment.
Okay, your brake temperature is spot on.
It's the apex completely. Oh, to us is closing in all the time. Seven minutes on the clock.
Okay, your tire temps are looking good.
6 minutes, 12 seconds to go. Whew. 5 minutes on the clock. Catch me in 4 laps. I think there's 3 to get to the end. Four minutes on the clock. Really struggling with the car. Does not want to turn in at all and go slow. First tire's on 55%. Isn't that bad, but my word, it's affecting the grip. Be nice if we got a white flag at the end of the next lap. 2 and a bit laps to go, I'm hoping. Oh, don't say I'm going to win. It's all too easy to spin at the moment. I'm really having to be careful around every corner. And if that back does step out with these worn tyres, I'm not confident at catching it. 2 minutes on the clock. Should be white flag next time round. Lap here is about 2:18 and we've got 2 minutes and 10 or so on the clock when we cross the line. Just got to hold it together for 2 more laps. Once more through Eau Rouge. bit deep on the marbles. Come on, come back. One minute on the clock. Five and a half seconds between me and Dionysus behind. Should get the white flag this time. Oh, sliding. We'll get a track violation there. White flag, please, please, please. Should be. Yes. Keep it together, Jim. "17 seconds covering the top 4 at the moment. That's pretty darn good. After 45 minutes of racing. So careful through a rouge for the last time. Will we survive? It's close. Jonas is only 3 seconds behind now. He'll be putting absolutely everything into catching me. We just need to keep it together. Oh, 2 seconds the gap. Tiptoeing round. Will we make it? 2 seconds to spare. One more lap would have cost us first place. And possibly second, because Robert Thompson was screaming in there as well.
Watch your left. Clear. Yellow flag. Watch your right.
Happy with that.
Clear left.
That will do. Woohoo! My word. My word. What an interesting race that was. We're out at the front from the start, but one more lap. One more lap. Okay, it's been quite a long stream. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in and watching. Hope you have enjoyed it. Not a lot of other cars to see yet again. A bit like yesterday where I was stuck in no man's land, today was stuck out the front, but the pit stop strategy certainly did make it interesting. I enjoyed it. So yeah, it was. I always like pit stops. I like pit stop strategy. If I had not spun that one spin that I did when I downshifted by mistake, then yeah, I would have had 7 or 8 seconds to spare. But that spin made it very, very close between Dionysus and myself, and Rob Thompson was closing in rapid style, as was Irwin. Whew, very, very tough race. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate it, especially if you do subscribe. We're trying to get up to 100. We're on 71 subscribers, so that's really nice to boost that number up slightly. Thank you very much, and good night.